There's a moment many of us know well. You've put on something nice. It fits, it matches, and it technically checks all the boxes. But then you catch your reflection, and there's a pause. It's not bad, but it's not quite right either. Something feels flat. It's not the clothes. It's not your figure. It's something quieter, a missing tone, a lack of intention. This moment, this mirror pause, happens more often than we admit, especially for those of us who've entered a new chapter of life where the goal isn't to look younger or to chase trends, but to feel aligned with who we are now, wiser, softer, stronger, and yes, more elegant than ever. But still, that flat feeling can creep in. That's because looking fine isn't enough. You don't want to just pass the mirror test. You want to feel seen, not by others, but by yourself. You want your style to echo back who you've become, not who you were trying to be 10 years ago, or who a catalog tells you to become today. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 8 quiet, simple ways to look rich. Not loud rich, not flashy, not full of labels or noise, but rich in presence, rich in elegance, rich in the way that only a confident, graceful woman over 50 can embody. And these ways? They're not hard. They don't require overhauling your wardrobe or spending a fortune. They're shifts, small, intentional shifts that elevate your look without stealing your voice. So let's begin with the details that whisper luxury, that let your presence do the talking, not your logo. If this resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which part of your mirror moment brought you here? Let's continue this conversation together. The structured handbag. Let's begin where presence often starts, with the way you carry yourself, quite literally. The structured handbag is not just a practical piece, it's a visual cue, a statement that speaks before you say a word. And unlike slouchy totes or overly trendy bags, a well-structured handbag holds its shape and helps you hold yours. It doesn't matter whether you're wearing a dress or jeans, flats or heels. The moment you add a bag with clean lines, firm structure, and intentional design, your outfit shifts. It becomes anchored, rooted. Suddenly, even the most casual look feels thoughtful, polished, quietly luxurious. There's something timeless about this piece. It's not screaming for attention. It doesn't rely on big logos or bright colors. Instead, it tells a subtler story, that you know who you are and you've chosen what represents you. It's a form of elegance that needs no introduction. And this is important, because elegance after 50 isn't just about looking nice. It's about communicating intention. The structured handbag whispers that you take care in how you show up, that details matter to you, that you value function, but refuse to compromise on grace. More than just a fashion item, it becomes a ritual. Placing it down gently, holding it with purpose, choosing it each morning not because it's trendy, but because it feels like you, composed, capable, and quietly commanding. In the world of refined style, a structured handbag doesn't complete the outfit, it completes the statement. Let's continue on to the next element, one that catches the light and adds warmth without saying a word: gold-toned jewelry. Gold-toned jewelry. There's a kind of warmth that doesn't come from the sun or from the fabric of a beautiful coat. It comes from reflection, the way light dances off your skin, catching just enough shimmer to suggest a softness, a glow, a memory. Gold-toned jewelry holds that kind of power. Not the kind that overwhelms or shouts, not heavy statement pieces that wear you instead of the other way around, but delicate chains, slender hoops, a quiet ring, pieces that seem to know when to speak and when to simply glow beside you. Gold tones, especially warm or brushed finishes, have an almost magical ability to complement mature skin. They bring out the warmth in your complexion. They soften the appearance of age. They add light, not glare. But more importantly, they feel intentional. Choosing gold over silver or flashy stones is not about fashion. It's about energy. It says you're not trying too hard. You're not here to perform. You're here to shine in your own rhythm. And it's that rhythm, your natural, everyday elegance, that these pieces enhance. You put them on, and suddenly your outfit becomes more cohesive. Your posture straightens. Your wrists feel graceful. Your neckline feels seen. Gold-toned jewelry doesn't demand compliments, but it often receives them. Because the best kind of elegance isn't noticed immediately. It's felt. It lingers in the memory, like warmth on the skin after a day in the sun. Let's move now to the next quietly commanding element, the tailored blazer, where structure meets softness and polish meets presence. Tailored blazer. A tailored blazer is not just about fit, it's about framing. Framing your posture, your confidence, your presence, like a beautiful painting placed in the perfect border, allowing its story to shine. There is a reason elegant women, from fashion icons to quiet observers, always return to this staple. It holds you, it shapes you, but it never hides you. A blazer, when chosen well, doesn't feel stiff or corporate. It feels like gentle structure. It adds instant polish without stealing softness. It sharpens your silhouette while still honoring the grace of movement, of aging, of ease. And here's something many overlook. After 50, our bodies shift. We may carry ourselves differently. The tailored blazer adapts. It respects. It says, you don't need to change your body. Your clothes will meet you where you are. Whether layered over a blouse, a silk tee, or even paired with denim, the right blazer turns a simple outfit into an intentional ensemble. It gives off a quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need volume to be heard. It's also a psychological tool. Slip one on and notice how your energy changes. Your shoulders pull back. Your stride lengthens. You feel ready for the room, for the day, for yourself. In the language of style, the tailored blazer is punctuation, a graceful full stop that says, this is who I am. Let's now walk gracefully into a smaller detail that makes a surprisingly elegant difference, the pointed toe flat or loafer, where comfort meets intention in every step. Pointed toe flats or loafers. Let's talk about the foundation beneath it all, your feet. Specifically, the way you move through the world. There's nothing elegant about discomfort, and there's nothing graceful about shoes that beg for attention, but rob you of ease. Enter the pointed toe flat or loafer, the unsung hero of effortless elegance. These are not the shoes of hesitation, they are shoes of quiet direction. They take you from errands to brunch, from galleries to garden parties, with no need to change, no need to adjust. They speak of a woman who knows her pace and walks it without apology. What makes them stand out is their silhouette. The pointed toe elongates the leg, adds structure to your frame, and instantly refines even the most casual outfit. Unlike round or square toes, which can sometimes dull the effect, a pointed toe always suggests intention. Not sharp, not aggressive, just refined. Loafers add another layer, a hint of menswear sophistication, softened by feminine styling. They carry an unspoken message. You value comfort, but you also value clarity. You move with purpose, not just presence. These shoes don't demand heels to feel elevated. They don't beg for compliments, but they do earn second glances. Because they complete a look with balance. Because they honor your stride. And that's the essence of true elegance. Not how high you stand, but how grounded you feel in what you wear. Now let's turn to a detail that can't be seen from across the room. But once someone's close enough, they never forget it. Your signature fragrance. Signature fragrance. There are few things more powerful and more intimate than scent. It's invisible, yet unforgettable. It lingers long after you've left the room. It marks space and time with memory, with emotion, with something quietly magnetic. And for the elegant woman over 50, A signature fragrance becomes more than perfume. It becomes presence. Think about it. Long after someone forgets the color of your dress or the cut of your coat, they will remember the way you smelled. Not because it was strong or overpowering, but because it felt like you. Familiar, distinct, comforting, and confident. A signature scent isn't chosen on a whim. It's discovered, sometimes slowly. It's something you grow into, just as you've grown into your own skin, your own rhythm, your own style. It aligns with who you are, not just what's trending. Floral, woody, amber, citrus. The category doesn't matter as much as how it makes you feel. Does it soften you, empower you, calm, or invigorate? That's the essence you're looking for. That's the invisible elegance. Wearing fragrance after 50 isn't about attracting attention. It's about anchoring yourself in something familiar. Ritual, identity. It's the finishing touch that no one sees, but everyone senses. And when it becomes yours, it becomes timeless. You walk by, and the room inhales a little differently. Not in reaction, but in recognition. Let's now bring that same grace into something visual. Something soft, versatile, and endlessly chic. The silk scarf. Silk scarf. Few things capture the art of effortless style quite like a silk scarf. It doesn't shout for attention. It glides. It doesn't cling. It floats. And yet, it transforms everything it touches. The silk scarf is the epitome of feminine subtlety. One moment, it's a graceful knot at the neck. The next, a casual drape over the shoulders. Tied to a bag, worn in the hair, or even wrapped around the wrist. It carries endless possibility in a single piece of fabric. What makes it so special isn't just the material, though silk's gentle shimmer certainly adds a layer of quiet sophistication. It's the intention behind it. To wear a silk scarf is to say, I notice the details. I value grace. And grace, especially after 50, takes on new meaning. It's not just how you move, but how you soften a room. How you express without needing to explain. The scarf, in its movement, mirrors that part of you. Gentle, wise, unrushed. Scarves also transcend seasons. Lightweight in summer, cozy in winter, they adapt, as you do. They carry color without chaos, texture without weight, personality without pretense. In a world of fast fashion and loud prints, the silk scarf remains timeless. It requires nothing but your presence to make it work, and that's why it never goes out of style. Let's now turn inward, to something not worn on the body, but reflected through it. The glow of simple, intentional makeup. Simple makeup with glowing skin. Makeup after 50 isn't about masking. It's about reflecting. Not hiding age, but honoring it. With softness, with glow, with intention. The most elegant faces aren't the most contoured or the most sculpted. They're the ones that radiate ease. And that's where simple makeup shines. Not because it does less, but because it does exactly enough. It begins with skin. Hydrated, nourished, gently luminous. This is not the era of matte and flat. It's the era of glow. Not glittery, not greasy. Just a whisper of light that says, I'm well, I'm rested, I'm alive. A sheer base, a soft touch of cream blush, brows that frame but don't dominate, mascara that lifts rather than thickens, and lips in tones that say bloom, not shout. This is how elegance speaks through makeup. The trick isn't technical, it's emotional. It's knowing that your face has earned every line and choosing to celebrate that with grace. It's choosing texture over trends, comfort over complexity, and confidence over comparison. Makeup becomes part of your morning ritual, a moment of honoring yourself. You're not putting on a face, you're enhancing the one that's already arrived, fully, beautifully, unmistakably you. And there's power in that. A quiet power, the kind that makes people lean in, not look past. Now, as we bring it all together, let's finish with a final touch that speaks volumes. Not in color or shape, but in care. The clean, neutral manicure. Clean manicure, neutral shades. There's something quietly powerful about well-kept hands. They don't demand praise, but they do speak volumes. They say you care, you notice. You take the time, not for others, but for your own sense of order, calm, and beauty. And when those hands are polished in soft, neutral tones, that's where grace becomes visible. Bright colors and bold designs may have their moments, but a clean manicure in nude, blush, or soft taupe has something timeless to it. It's the style equivalent of a crisp white blouse or a delicate pearl earring. Understated, but never unnoticed. Neutral nails extend your elegance, literally, into every gesture. Every wave, every cup held, every door opened becomes a quiet affirmation of care. Not perfection, but presence. More than that, neutral nails go with everything. No need to match lipstick or worry about clashing tones. They're flexible, refined, and surprisingly expressive in their restraint. In a world that's often too loud, they offer a breath of silence, and that silence is beautiful. A clean manicure also speaks to the kind of wealth we don't talk about enough. The wealth of self-respect, of consistency, of tending to what's yours, not to impress, but to align. So when you look down at your hands and see softness, simplicity, and polish, know that others see it too. They may not mention it, but they feel it. And now, as we step back and look at the entire picture we've painted, softly, piece by piece, let's close with a reflection on what all these details truly mean. So, here we are, not with a closet overhaul, not with a loud transformation, but with 8 quiet changes that, together, tell a new story. A story of elegance that isn't borrowed from youth, but rooted in presence. A look that doesn't try to impress, because it already belongs. A rhythm that isn't rushed by trends, but guided by taste, comfort, and knowing who you are. You see, to look rich, truly rich, isn't about brands or budgets. It's about refinement, curation, the deep inner yes that happens when what you wear feels aligned with how you want to show up. A structured handbag, a gold-toned necklace, a blazer that fits just right, a scarf that floats. These aren't just style tips. They're soft declarations. I know who I am, and I value how I show up. And if you're watching this, you already carry that spirit. This video didn't give it to you. It simply reminded you. You've always had elegance. Now you've chosen to lead with it. If this message spoke to something in you, if even one of these touches felt like home, I'd love to hear it. Let me know in the comments. Which element are you claiming as your signature starting today? And if this video gave you a moment of clarity, joy, or inspiration, consider subscribing. This space is made for you. For women who don't need to chase elegance because they embody it. Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay glowing, stay grounded, and above all, stay beautifully you.